In this video we will explore Maurice White, who was the band leader for Earth, Wind & Fire tragic life story. Earth, Wind & Fire established themselves as an extraordinary music group that transcended genres, particularly following their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000. Recognizing the immense contributions of Maurice White, the band's visionary vocalist and songwriter, is crucial when acknowledging their greatness. Maurice not only formed the group but also guided them to remarkable achievements during the 1970s. Before we get into it, remember to like, comment and subscribe for such videos. Maurice White was born on December 19, 1941, in Memphis, Tennessee. He grew up in poverty and had a troubled childhood. His father, Verdine, was a doctor who also played the saxophone, while his mother, Edna, was a nurse. Despite their professions, the family struggled to make ends meet. Maurice's interest in music started at a young age. He learned to play the drums, piano, and guitar. In the early 60s, he moved to Chicago and became a session drummer for Chess Records. He played on records for artists like Etta James, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. Assaulted before fame. Maurice White experienced a violent incident right before his music career took off. In his memoir, My Life with Earth, Wind & Fire, White recalled a deeply distressing incident of discrimination that he had to endure while working as a newspaper delivery person. Unfortunately, his delivery route took him through a predominantly white neighborhood during a time when racial tensions were high. As the sun was setting, two police officers stopped their vehicle to harass him. Not only did they subject the young Maurice to racial slurs, but they also physically assaulted him. White vividly described the traumatic event and its lasting impact on him. After they finally stopped, they calmly entered their cruiser and slowly drove away. Their laughter gradually faded into the distance. As I struggled to stand up, I stood there drenched in sweat and trembling in the cool evening air. I had even urinated on myself due to the fear and shock. From that moment on, I made a promise to myself that if I ever encountered the police again, I would run and find a way to escape through someone's backyard. The fear from that experience haunted me for many months. Formation of Earth, Wind & Fire and their legacy. After relocating to Chicago, Maurice White struggled in securing music gigs. So, in 1969, he formed the Salty Peppers and subsequently relocated to Los Angeles. However, both in Chicago and Los Angeles, the group faced difficulties in gaining a significant following. Consequently, White decided to rebrand them, resulting in the iconic name Earth, Wind & Fire. Under the new name, the band experienced some improvement, but still struggled to create highly popular music beyond their self-titled debut in 1970 and the subsequent release of The Need of Love in the following year. To revitalize the group, the frontman made the decision to start anew by replacing every member except for his brother, bassist Verdine White, as reported by AllMusic. Among the new additions was singer Philip Bailey, who played a pivotal role. Finally, in 1974, the revised lineup achieved EWF's first major hit, Open Our Eyes. Maurice White's talent and vision propelled Earth, Wind & Fire to unprecedented heights. The band released numerous hit songs, including September, Boogie Wonderland, and Shining Star, earning them a dedicated fan base and multiple Grammy Awards. But behind the glitz and glamour, Maurice faced personal struggles. Maurice White's over-controlling nature. Maurice's strong leadership and creative vision were instrumental in Earth, Wind & Fire's success. However, as the band grew in popularity, some members began feeling constrained by his dominance in decision-making. The clash between Maurice's artistic control and the desire for creative input from the rest of the band often led to tension during the recording and production processes. Creative conflicts are not uncommon in bands, as different perspectives often lead to better outcomes. However, in the case of Earth, Wind & Fire, Maurice's strong-willed nature and his unwavering commitment to his musical vision sometimes overshadowed the collaborative process. Maurice White disbanded EWF without warning. According to Philip Bailey's book, Shining Star, the news of the indefinite hiatus came as a complete surprise to the members of Earth, Wind & Fire. Maurice White's sudden decision left them in a state of shock, with no alternative means of making a living lined up. The devastating aftermath of the breakup affected not only the band's financial stability but also strained personal relationships within the group. Maurice White's brothers, Verdine and Freddie, were also impacted by the sudden disbandment, adding to the turmoil surrounding the band's dissolution. However, behind the scenes, Maurice White was battling a debilitating illness. In the late 1980s, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a progressive nervous system disorder that affects movement. Parkinson's is characterized by symptoms such as tremors, stiffness, and difficulties with balance and coordination. Parkinson's disease gradually took its toll on Maurice's health, affecting his ability to perform on stage and continue touring with the same energy and enthusiasm that had made him famous. Sadly, on February 4, 2016, Maurice White passed away at the age of 74. His contributions to music, his influence on countless artists, and his commitment to spreading joy and positivity through his music will always be remembered. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. See you on the next video.